Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy Widebody. Here to bring y'all the sickest Monday nights ever. We got comedy, we got news, we talk our shit, we got special interviews. Belinda with the news, Antar with Real Talk, at the Real _Ablaze ENT, only on IG Live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Man, we lit, nigga, we lit. Shout out to Mike West and the whole Ablaze family.
Yeah.
Get
Got
it
the
popped up.
instrument right here. We going in. Shout out to Mike West on the intro.
Yes, sir. Mike West, Antonio Yarborough, Juan Rogers, the whole Blaze staff, Tony Brown. Yes. Unfortunately, we had about 48 people online. What up? The original
Wow.
DJ Chaos.
Tune back in. It was
Chaos in the building. What's good,
tune it back
Chaos?
in. Everybody tune it back in.
Nia, I see you. I see you, Nia.
Chaos, I got to get you on the show, Chaos.
All right, party people, we back. It's time to start the show.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we have our special guest, DJ 45. We got Antar with Real Talk. We got
Yes, sir.
Belinda with the news.
Yup.
Let's get it. Widebody with the flows at the end of the show. Let's get it. Here go Belinda with the news. We're going to get into what's going on in this goddamn world.
Okay. You can hear me?
Yes,
We can hear
ma'am.
you.
Loud and clear.
All right. So here we go. Wait, where's my intro music?
Play it again. I got you. I love playing. Yo, Mike West got me playing. I love playing Mike West. That's my guy. I got you.
All right. It's time for the entertainment news with me, your host, Belinda Trotter-James. Now,
Yes.
let's talk about what happened this weekend. Cal Dawson, he is the executive producer for the Black Rob documentary, had a birthday bash, and Benny Siegel just tore the house down. So happy birthday to Cal Dawson. Now, if you want to see that Black Rob documentary, it's on Tubi, and it's important for everybody to see, especially new artists, because you got to see how artists were taken advantage of or not taken advantage of. You hear about his career, about his finances, and everything. And this is what keep the
We
legacy
lost it.
of Rap Masters, Word Up, Hype Here, to Hype going, because we still have till this day artists coming into the industry as a nobody and signing ridiculous contracts, and when they blow up, then all of a sudden they're taken advantage of. All their money is gone. They're working for free, whatever. So in bite-sized pieces, we got to teach our the artists that's coming up behind us. So that's why this documentary is important, and that's why to keep the fanzines going. Word Up, Bloom Whooper Magazine and Modelosity Online. So those are the two publications that I'm keeping the legacy going, so we can make sure that our young artists, up-and-coming artists, are informed.
No doubt.
Shout out to all artists out there struggling.
Yep. Everybody that's on the grind. Keep on. Don't let anybody kill your dream.
Yep. Don't give up. Don't do it.
Never.
Belinda, we can't hear you. What happened? No. Belinda?
I'm here. Testing.
Okay, we're here now.
Yes. Okay. All right. So we had 2 deaths this weekend as well. Our Star Trek fans are definitely mourning Nichelle Nichols. She died in New Mexico of natural causes at the age of 88. And we also had the NBA legend Bill Russell, who won 11 championship rings. He also got the
Actually 13.
presidential
2 as a
medical
coach.
freedom. Huh?
He won 2 as a coach. He had 13. 11 as a player and 13, and 2 as a coach.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Amazing.
Not a problem. Help you out a little bit. It's a little bit.
Just a
Shout
little
to Diva Savage. I see you.
Thank you, thank you. He also won he also got the freedom, presidential freedom
Yep.
medal from President Obama.
Obama.
So we lost a great one there. So our thoughts and prayers goes out to both their families. Now, the only reason why I am here today is because I did not get a piece of that $1 billion jackpot that I was talking about last week. I am
Hold on. So
so
that means you wouldn't have took us with you?
He said the
I was
only
looking
I'm
forward
here
to find
That's a no.
I was looking forward to find one of them big ass refrigerators, the walk-in refrigerator like Kim Kardashian has. I was gonna buy one of those with my $1 billion.
That's my life's dream. That's my life's dream. A walk-in refrigerator girl with a couch in it.
Right.
Thank you, Chaos.
Congratulations to him and all the baby mamas. I tell you, the girls must have took the instructions.
You're out again, Belinda.
You out again?
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you go. There you got
Your phone.
Huh?
You got to keep it like that. Like, try to keep it like that.
Okay.
Right where you are, right there.
All right, here we go.
There we go.
Nick Cannon has another baby. And
No.
so I think
Oh my
It's not
God.
you this time,
I
is
don't
it?
believe it. I don't believe
It's
it.
not you, Belinda, this time, is it?
No.
Original. Skippy original.
So I think the girls took the instruction from 50 Cent. Remember what 50 Cent said? What did he say?
I don't. Please remind us.
Right.
Have a baby by me, baby.
Oh.
Be a millionaire.
Be a millionaire?
Be a millionaire.
Wow, I didn't catch that. I should have caught that one too. I'm mad at myself.
50 said so much, though. You never can tell. He said so much,
That's
though.
true.
Yeah,
That's
he said
true.
a lot of stuff.
That's true.
So congratulations to all the mamas. I hope they become like sister moms because they don't have to get babysitters, nothing. All the kids, they got, brothers and sisters. You don't even have to have a second kid if you don't want to. So congratulations to all of them.
All right, Tamika, what's up, Tamika?
Huh?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let's talk about Will Smith.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
All right.
Here we go.
So, as you know, he apologized to Chris Rock, after a zillion years later, he apologized. And Chris is not ready to talk to him. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about Jada. If you are a fan of Jada's, you know that her signature hairstyle is that buzz cut. Her mother has the signature buzz cut. Her daughter had the signature buzz cut. That's what they're known for. When you see Jada with a buzz cut, you know it's not cancer. You know she's not sick. You know that's just how she rolls. Now, if you see Beyonce with a buzz cut, you're like, oh my God, what happened? But Jada, that's Jada's hairstyle. Now, if you're a fan of Demi Moore and you know her movies, G.I. Jane, you know that hairstyle was a buzz cut.
Absolutely.
Chris Rock made that joke. It wasn't about alopecia. It was about the hairstyle. Let's get that straight. It was about the hairstyle. That's what the joke was about. So, and when Jada shows us her alopecia, you need a magnifying glass to see where it is. And I know girls that really got it. It's like, really, Jada? We can hardly see yours. But it's not to discount that she got alopecia. You got it. But it wasn't about alopecia. It was about the hairstyle. And that's what I'm going to say about that. So, and Will should know that. He should know his wife's hairstyle. So, whatever.
It was about something else, probably.
But,
that was the cleanup. That was the cleanup. That was the late cleanup.
Late cleanup.
I don't know. Damage control. It's still a little too late. That's
it is. And Will Smith, he would not have went up there. Mike Tyson said that joke. He would not have done it to Old Dirty Bastard. He damn sure wouldn't have done it to the Wu-Tang Clan. And Steve Harvey said if he was
it's a number of people he wouldn't have done that to.
A number.
A long number.
Word, a wrong number.
Can you imagine him doing that to Cat Williams?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wow. Yeah.
Or Mike Epps.
Tell him to pick down.
Can you imagine
Pick
him doing that to
down,
Mike Epps? I don't think it would have worked out for him. Come back, Belinda. We can't hear you. Oh, we can't hear you again. There you go.
Okay, so everybody, everything would have went out the window. So that's that. So anyway, I hope Chris talks to him one day, and we'll see what happens. Will Smith said that you make mistakes and you're human, but humans also have a choice, and humans also can make a decision and have free will on what they want to do. So I don't know what that was about. But anyway, Billy Porter is coming out with new music. So you got to make sure to give Billy Porter's music so we can hear. He's going to turn it out. The video is going to be outrageous. I know that.
Wow.
And congratulations to him. He also had his directorial debut of his new film, Anything's Possible. So congratulations to Billy Porter.
Well, let me say something. With Billy Porter, they can't talk about that 15 minutes of fame because his 15 minutes of fame has been extended. He's on the run. Remember, I was saying, he's only on there for 15 minutes of fame. He's on a real run right now. His
Right.
is looking pretty good.
Yes.
I don't even know who that is.
Billy Porter? Oh, we're going to have to Google it for you then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brother lost with that one. He lost. I don't know who the hell that is.
If regular folk watch game shows, and they watch game shows because regular folk get a chance to go on these game shows, win a little cash and stuff, and be on TV. They always want to be on TV. But nowadays, I don't know what's up with these celebrities. They ain't got no work. I don't know what's going on, but all the game shows got to have a celebrity version now. Celebrity Family Feud, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Celebrity Edition. Aren't they already millionaires? Come on. RuPaul's Drag Race, Celebrity Edition. Are you kidding me right now? And then they even have Survivor hasn't had a Celebrity Edition, but they had something called Beyond the Edge, where they had the celebrities go into the jungle for charity. So that's why they're on. They're not on to win the money, darling. They're on for their charity. So would you go into the jungle for a week for your charity?
No.
Not the kid.
I'm gonna let that marinate.
Ring the bell so somebody can come save you. But yeah,
I'm not dealing with no animals.
They got Celebrity Big Brother. I mean, regular folk can't have a game show and be on TV to themselves anymore. What's going on?
What's going on? Right?
But what they should be doing definitely is supporting these up and coming designers. If you're on TV every day or whatever, you should support the designers. Especially, why this came to my attention is the newscasters. There's one, I won't say her name. She must have 7 dresses, and they rotate every week. And I know because I love the dresses, and they just rotate. And I'm like, why don't she just give somebody an opportunity to dress her so they can,
they would love that. Somebody would love that.
Or whatever.
Yeah, somebody would love that.
I will mention is Stacey Ann Gooden. She's the PIX Channel 11 here in New York. She's the weather person. Anchor, and she wears the cutest dresses every single day. There's a different dress. So I just want to say a shout out to Stacey Ann Gooden, Channel 11 News. You're doing a great job, and you look fabulous, darling. But we got to support our designers.
with Shirley and Boston, they do a pretty good job too.
Right, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, if you definitely want to get into the entertainment industry, the modeling industry, you definitely should shoot over to MediaQueenPublishing.com. There you can see all the back issues of Modelocity Online magazine and Blown Woofer magazine. Until next time, this is your media queen, Belinda Trotter-James.
Yay! Thanks for
Thank you, Belinda.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
great job, Belinda.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's some good information, fully informed information. We appreciate you for that one. Definitely.
So I guess with no further ado, we're going to get into our special guest we have. It's an honor. It really is an honor to have this gentleman on our show tonight. He grew up in the industry. He's lived his life in the industry. He's raised his family in this industry. And I'm honored for him to be my friend for a lot of years. And being, you know, as Mr. DJ Caleb
DJ 45.
How many times do you have? But we're just going to stick with DJ 45 for this evening.
You could, Caleb. The people call me La Boss all the time. People call me K. It's crazy because in high school, everybody just called me K. And so every once in a while, I get somebody who says K, and I look up, and I'm like, oh, that's somebody I know, like from school. Yeah.
So, you know, we're gonna get into this thing right from the beginning. You know,
Okay.
When did you come into Long Island? When did you get into Brentwood? You're from Brentwood, Long Island, which we're gonna get into Brentwood a little bit later. But you're from Brentwood, Long Island. You know, how did you get to Brentwood, Long Island? How did you get with Eric and Parrish? You know, when did you get to start? How did you get your start?
Well, first of all, hip hop was born, and I woke up. And I'm keeping it 100% funky. I literally was like, "What's this?" And I'm from the Bronx originally. My cousins were Disco D and Shorty Rock from Soundview area in the Bronx, and you know, I watched them DJ, and from there I was like, I want to do that. So I never was able to touch their set. So in where I lived, I was born and went to 167 off the concourse. So I was living on Finley Avenue. 1133 Finley Avenue was my building, and our superintendent was Miss Davis, Larry Davis's mom.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
a lot of people don't know this end of the story right here. So a lot of things were going on in the Bronx, period. I can't even say just my building, that my father was like, it's time to get out of here. So my dad was a Vietnam vet, and he had, you know, certain things that he was eligible for as far as getting a house. So he had to get us out of there because a lot of things were happening, and we moved to Brentwood, Long Island. And that's what happened. So what's crazy about it, and you know what, I should know more about this history as far as the names of the record stores, but my cousin, his dad was the owner of there were a few brothers that owned record stores in the Bronx, and they had the tapes of, you know, Cold Crush and Funky 4 Plus One More and all that stuff being sold, probably some of the original mixtapes in the world. And those tapes, my cousin would bring to me as I was like, I don't know, 11 or 12 at the time. And he would just play those tapes for me. And a lot of this stuff was before hip hop was actually on the radio. And then finally we got an hour. Who remembers that? That we got an hour of hip hop.
We got an hour. Yes, we did.
So, but why I say this is that I listen to hip hop from these tapes in my house constantly over and over again. And I could recite lyrics from Cold Crush, from everybody. Kaz was my guy, like for real.
Yes.
Each and every time we put the music low, we'll turn it down for a second to make you say, "Ho, somebody, somewhere." I still got all of that in my brain for real. So all them rhymes, even Mo D, like all of those lyrics are all in my head. I don't smoke or drink. I don't bump my head on nothing. So I remember all this stuff. So, but I say this to say, after that, it was just like, okay, I gotta be a part of this. So I did everything. I break danced, I did graffiti, I DJ'd, I rapped, everything. And you know,
talk about that too. We're gonna talk about you rapping, and we're gonna get that. But go finish. We're gonna talk about.
Wait, you scaring me, because don't tell me you know something or
We're
see.
gonna talk about that. No. Listen, you gotta understand, Kenyon. We've been in each other's lives for a long time. All right, so we're gonna talk about that.
There's no way that you got something of me rapping, but anyway. Wow, that's crazy. You're gonna give me anxiety, man. Chill. So, but it turns out that when I came to Long Island, my cousin brought the Bronx to me with these tapes. So from there, I started DJing at 12 because one of my boys, who rest in peace, Kyle Thompson, his brothers were DJs, and his brothers didn't care if we got on the set. So the first record that I got to cut on the one back and forth, you never guess. If you just really think about it, you'll figure out what song it was. Look, zoom, zoom, zoom. If you really, oh yeah, no doubt. If you really think about it, you could figure it out. If you really know, probably the song that I scratched on that everybody would know, More Bounce to the Ounce, basically. So You Gots to Chill ended up being, You Gots to Chill, but it was actually the first song. More Bounce to the Ounce by Zapp was the first song that I ever scratched on and learned how to catch the one. That's the very first song I ever used. On some turntables at my boy Kyle Thompson's crib in the garage. So I say this to say the rest is history. I did parties until high school. I was doing parties in the high school before I was in the high school. So
and that's another one of my questions. What was your first party you DJ'd at? What was that first party?
My first party was a house party for a girl named Pinky in Regis Park. That's the truth. Yes, in Regis Park. That was my first party. And then after that, I just got a bunch of parties. But eventually, people were just talking about how I was cutting. And somebody in the high school had heard about me. But there was a crew that was already DJing in the high school and had all the parties. So I got hired for the party, and they was blocking me. They blocked me. So they still told me to come through, but these guys had bigger equipment than I did. So I did all my scratching stuff, and people were watching me, but they were louder than me, so I still got the props. So it was still all good. But, from that party, then, by the time I was in the high school, I was doing the parties. And afterwards, I graduated. So this brings you to the EPMD. Afterwards, EPMD popped off with the 2 singles, and Diamond was working with them, and then Diamond wasn't working with them anymore. I don't really know the story on that, and I know that I know Diamond. I grew up with Diamond, and we never even really talked about it, but I know that Diamond did mention in an interview that I saw that he was too young to go overseas. That was one of the things that his parents weren't really supporting that. So, because Diamond's younger than I am.
Right.
So they ended up calling me, and then I did the tour and the album. Well, the album, then the tour, honestly, now that I think about it, in that order, because we had to finish the album. And then remember, Paris said, then 30 days later, the LP went gold. So what you saying? So basically, we went gold on tour. We were on tour for 3 or 4 months.
It's funny how things work, because people that know Diamond J, he was too young to go overseas, but how the things work, for a while, he got picked up by Prince.
Yeah.
as later on and toured for years with
No
Prince
doubt. Yeah.
and
Beyonce, he worked with people. Yeah. He worked with people.
So kind of, even though the EPMD thing didn't work out for him, he wound up still getting on, coming in, going on with Prince, for a lot of years.
Yeah. But see, you got to understand that we was destined to be working in the business, me and Diamond, just because we already had, it was implanted in our brains. I wasn't trying to. Right. Yeah. So college or none of that, I wasn't thinking about that. I was like, yo, I'll be on tour. And at 19, I was on tour. Like, it really did happen. So, and then after that, I just pretty much made a career out of it, working with artists, and big production is my thing. I love big production. Like when you got LED screens and pyro, that's my thing. That's so.
4-5. What do you remember your first show? What was your first show? First show when you went out and you was like, oh my God, look at this.
The first show I did with EPMD was at the Limelight. Was it Limelight, the church in the city? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Oh man, we have a special guest who just popped up. Look at this.
Oh, Lenny Ace Merrill in the building. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yo, you gotta get him on here.
Yeah, I gotta get him. Don't worry, I'll be reaching out to you, Lenny, because you got some things we need to talk to you about too. But I'm sorry I didn't interrupt you. But go ahead.
No. So yeah, it was the Limelight, and it was pretty crazy because it wasn't your typical show. The way that we had to do it was the Limelight. The way that they work is they got the house music rocking. They didn't want to stop the house music. So what we had to do, it wasn't like, ladies and gentlemen, no mics or nothing. It was like the people were dancing, and then it was like an echo out, and then we did our thing, and then afterwards the house music came back on, and people clapped, the house music came back on, and it was just like an ongoing thing. It wasn't like a normal show. So it was kind of strange. It was like, what? They do it like that over here? Okay. But it wasn't even a hip hop crowd, but the response was crazy. Well, I mean, even before I was working with EPMD, the singles were out, and just knowing that they did it. They made it. It's a wrap. Right. They out of here, So I didn't know that I would be a part of them, a year later or however long, because those two singles floated around for a little bit before the album. So
what people don't really know about you, and some of them do, some of them don't, that you have DJ'd for a multitude of superstars. All right. And we both had a special relationship with Big. Yeah. We not only had a business relationship with Big, but we had a personal relationship with him.
Yeah, definitely.
People don't know that, and he, Big had a love for us. Gene Nelson, Alvin, him and Alvin used to go at it all the damn time. They could be together for 5 minutes before they started. But we don't have enough time to talk about that. Right. But anyway, tell us about some of the people. So the people, I know we got a huge audience on right now.
Okay.
Let the people know how many people you actually DJ.
Okay.
In the order that you DJ.
In order?
In order.
Okay. So it's EPMD first. Then so I just gotta throw this in here now. Now listen. I worked with K Solo. So K Solo and I were supposed to be a group. It was K LaBoss and K Solo. That's what we were doing. And we had 3 songs. Well, one was a freestyle, and we did Spellbound, but it was different. I was cutting A, B, C. Never came out. Nobody heard it. And then I think we did something with the Tales from the Crack Side, but it was like a beat, a sample. I wasn't really a producer yet, so I wasn't really understanding a lot of stuff. So we were flipping beats and looping stuff, and it wasn't nothing official. But anyway, I say this to say, when I was working with K Solo, like we were gonna make it happen, but I ended up, just it didn't work out. Well, Solar had went to jail, but then he came back out, and then we linked up, and it just didn't work out. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And then Solo ended up working with EPMD, and I wish him all the best. But, you know, I was on a quest for somebody else to get on with. So me and Craig Mack started going in the studio, and that's how that happened. Okay. So I just want to give that history.
The first Craig Mack run, right?
No.
Is it, you talking about the second Craig Mack run?
Second Craig Mack run. I'm glad you said that because people, yeah.
Okay.
So what's funny is Diamond.
Craig Mack had actually about 4 runs. And he had
Diamond was on with the first. Yeah, with Diamond. That's right. That's right.
Right.
Yeah. So
and then we had the second with you, and then the third with Eric B.
Eric B. Yeah.
Eric B. And then he had the last one was with the other cat. He had the last. Right. You know. So, but go ahead.
MCEs. What?
Easy.
Easy. So okay, so Craig Mack, then I worked with Diddy, which got me, I'm wrong. I worked with Mace first. Then after Mace, I worked with Charlie Baltimore and Cameron, Entertainment.
Yes, that's right.
So after Charlie Baltimore and Cameron, then I worked with Little Kim. Little C's. I did a tour with C's, and back and forth. I was still with Diddy. So after C's, then I worked with Kim. So me and Kim was rocking for a little while. After Kim, I worked with Fabulous. Listen to me. I worked with Fabulous for like 9 years. Don't quote me on that. But I worked with Fab for a long
time. You had a hell of a run with Fab.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, our relationship is still tight. Like between Craig, Fab, and Big, like working with artists, we were close. We were real close. I was cool with Diddy for a long time too, because we worked so long together, and we just knew how to work well together. So now I'm trying to think where I'm at. So after Fab, I feel like I missed somebody. So during Fab, I worked with Jay-Z. So I did
you left Kim out.
What was the album that he did for the movie? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the movie right now. American Gangster. So what happened was Jay was doing storytellers, and he needed a DJ that was going to scratch because he was using a band. And Jay said that he wanted somebody who was going to throw in elements of hip hop through scratching. And that's what I did for that. So if you ever get the chance to look at Jay-Z VH1 Storytellers, that's me cutting on them. But okay. I was still working with Fab. So I couldn't take Jay's tour because I already submitted my passport to be on tour, with Fab. So we were opening up for 50 overseas. Now think about it. So anyway, so many stories, but I mean, there's so many stories in between all of that. So then after that, then I did a show with Fab. I don't remember where it was, but Baby was there. Birdman was there. And Birdman, somebody told my boy Maceo had said, yo, somebody wants to meet you. And then I talked to Birdman, and he was like, I'm going to see you. And I was like, what was that about? And he was like, no.
When he was talking to you, was he saying, bro?
So at that point, it turned out that they had plans with the Hot Boys reunion, but that actually never happened. But Wayne himself was really starting to explode with all the mixtape stuff, and he was rapping on everything and killing it. So when he came out with Carter 3, I worked with Wayne for Carter 3, And I was still back and forth with Fab and Wayne, and then the tours. It was just so many tours with Wayne. So I ended up working with Wayne, and I ended up touring with Wayne for 8 years. So time, I can't believe how fast all this time goes by.
You had a hell of a run when we spoke and you said, "I'm done." You see, I never said anything. I never asked you why. I never said. He said, "You just said I'm done." You know, because you know what? I knew you had been out there you were on the road for maybe about close to 20, 22 years.
I toured for 29 years.
29 altogether.
29 years, yeah.
So when you said, when we talked that day, do you remember that day we talked? You said, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, it was amazing run, but I just really got tired, and a lot happened in all those years of not being home. So I got 5 kids, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I had to be daddy again. And I was daddy off and on. Don't think I was on the road for 29 years straight. But, you know, when you come home, you got to catch up again. You got to get everybody right again, you know, and then you get back out. Yeah. So it was a lot, and to be home for a little bit made me say, you know, and I always have a plan. I'll never just end something and be like, I don't know what I'm going to do now. You know, I had something in the works already before I decided. Yeah. So
definitely. Let's segue into that. You know, you came off the road, you know, and you sat down, we had that conversation that day, and you was like, listen, I just really want to learn how to DJ. I was like, what? I was like, but yo, well, 4-5, I'm gonna say, you're a DJ. You've been DJing for years. What do you mean? He was like, I've been DJing shows and everything, but I can't go and rock the party or nothing like that. I feel like I can't rock the party like I was. I was like, this nigga's bugging. What are you talking about? You can't rock the party. You can just try and the people going to show up, you know. But as you went along and I started watching you and seeing what you're doing, I understood what you meant.
So what it is, and sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
I just want you to segue into your new career. Yeah. What you do currently now.
So here's what I mean. When he's saying that, this is what I mean. There are a lot of DJs that can scratch in on the 4, on the 1 all day long. And next song. That's rocking a party. I can do that. We all can do that because that's what we're from. But when some dude walks up to you and says, yo, man, I want you to spin at my house music club and I want you to do this and that. There were things about these knobs and all of these frequencies that I didn't really use or understand. Now, there's not a person on this earth, and I'm telling you now, because I've been teaching for almost 9 years now. So it's 8.5. January will be 9 years. There is not a DJ listening or anywhere in this world that can't learn something from me. I'm telling you right now. Trust me when I tell you, you get in front of a computer with me, I'm going to show you something you don't know. And that's what I meant by that. So anybody who, and listen, if any of my students are on right now, they'll tell you, yo, and it's not even my young students, it's my older students. They fight with me and they go, no, I'm mixed by ear. I don't need all of that. I show them things on the screen that now they're like, oh shit, I never knew that. I show them buttons on that program that they paid so much money for. And they're like, yo, I didn't know that. So it's that stuff that I was talking about. The digital world, a whole nother ball game altogether. And once you understand that, and plus your ear skills and how to scratch things in on beat, you can become like a giant. There are some people that are technical, very technical people. Those are the people who know the things that I teach. But every day there's something new, especially there's like 4 programs out now with all these different functions and features. And all of that stuff I study on a daily basis. So that's what I'm saying when I was saying I didn't really know. Like, I wanted to get in depth with it, and that's what I did. So some of the magic that I do now, people are like, what the hell did he just do? You know what I'm saying? So I'll say this too, and this is for the DJs. A lot of people talk about, oh, using the sync button is cheating. You can't use the sync button because that's cheating. Those people, most of them, and I'm talking a high percentage, don't even know how to use the sync button, because you have to fix your grids. You have to know how to go under the hood and fix your songs with the grids before you can even use sync. So if you can't fix your grids on a song, then you can't press sync anyway. So what are you talking about? And this is something that people at first will be like, oh, yeah, he's bugging out. He's bugging out. Sit down with me. I challenge anybody. Sit down with me, and I'll show you something you don't know. That's the truth. So, but that's that. You know, I don't want to get too deep with that. But I really do always challenge people, because I'm doing more than just DJing when it comes to all. I'm showing you this technology, and most people aren't even using it because they don't know how to. So they just do what they know how to do. They listen in their headphones and they scratch in on a beat. That's it. But there's so much more. There's so much more.
So I'm down. I know we're getting close on time. So I told you these five things or five things.
Oh, wow.
And we're at that segment of this show. So are you ready?
Wait. I have to do this. I'm sorry. I also DJ'd for Young Jeezy, just in case, you know, I don't want to deny that that's my guy too. I also DJ'd for Young Jeezy and JoJo. There was a pop artist named JoJo that I DJ'd for also.
Right?
Yeah. So I hope
I think I remember that too.
Yeah. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I didn't leave nobody out.
So I'm gonna say these words or things or names, and I want you to respond to them.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Brentwood, Long Island.
Brentwood, Long Island was my greatest hip hop experience.
Sit.
That's really all I can say. You got to understand that when hip hop exploded, we thought it was really kind of like only happening in our town and towns over. You know what I'm saying? So we were like living. You think about the first time you really, really dug into these beats and these songs and this culture. Whatever town you was in, that's the town that brought you hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you were. So I can't even credit the Bronx for me. I mean, yes, I can, because the beginning and the parties and we you know. So I can say that the Bronx introduced hip hop to me, but I lived it as a teenager, being a hip hopper, like living the culture, sporting this new sneakers, my Pumas. I remember my tan suede Pumas at first with the toothbrush. Are you kidding me? Like that.
Still wear that. My uncle still wear that. Fresh out of prison.
You ready for the next one?
Okay, go ahead.
The Notorious B.I.G.
Okay, so I just have to say this. The first time I met Biggie, oh no, I gotta rewind. First of all, the Blue Funk album. So there was somebody rapping on Heavy D's album, Rest in Peace, Heavy D, and I said, who is this dude? He is talking to you in a rhyme. Who is this guy? So I always knew his voice. I never even knew his name. I was like, yo, who is this guy? And you know, you hear him say Biggie Smalls and in the rhymes, but I didn't know that that was his name. So at the time I was like, this dude, man, he is nice. I don't know who this guy is. Me and my boy Rudy, shout out to Rudy. And I was like, yo, I don't know who he is, but whatever. It was crazy. So now we're in the studio, and I had heard about Biggie Smalls, and it clicked for me like maybe a week or so before we actually went in the studio to do Let Me Get Down. So and I say a week, it might have been longer than that. You know, it's all kind of a blur in the timeline. But we're in the studio, and Biggie's on the phone, and he's like calling his girl. He's like, I gotta call my bitch. I gotta call my bitch. I'm like, yo. So I'm like, who is this guy? I didn't even realize that he was him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at him, and he's like walking around. I'm like, yo, this guy, he got to call his girl. Like, you know, and it was like funny to me. But that day, the jokes, you know, after he got off the phone because he was angry for something, after he got off the phone, the jokes and how we laughed in that room, and then he got on that mic, and I was like, that's him. Oh, my God. Like, I remember being like, yo, this is that dude. So they were talking about that, you know, then I started getting the history as far as Mr. C and, you know, the source, the source thing, that's all, you know, that was all everybody talked about, that he had an article in the source about being that next dude, and they was not lying. So and then but the friendship, the fun we had, listen, Biggie was the nicest dude on the planet. He looked out for his people. I can't say a bad thing about, you know, and, you know, we all got our little hang-ups with whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But Biggie, as far as how he treated me and his people, and and C's would probably say, yo, you were his people too. I just talked to C's like 2 weeks ago, but I still always was like the outsider because I'm from Long Island. We was not really a part of their crew like that. But he treated us like that. He treated us like, forget it. Like, you don't even understand. So, but, you know, Biggie, I'm heartbroken by, like, I never even forget about the morning that I found out that. And you know what's real crazy, too, is that I have a MPC 3000. I don't have it set up now. But, and I was doing beats on my MP. And I had finally got up the nerve to send my beats to California to, the Nico Hotel, for Biggie to listen to some of my beats. It was a cassette tape, and I don't even know if he ever heard it, because he never came back home.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I probably never said that out loud to not in an interview, for sure not.
Right.
Yeah.
You ready for the next one?
We get exclusive on this show.
Yep. Oh yeah, we're gonna get all exclusive. My next one is EPMD.
Wow. So EPMD gave me my shot. So EPMD.
What up, Brooke?
EMP. But listen, it was Eric and Parrish made me realize that I did the right thing. I knew that I had to put out a body of work in order for me to get on a Fresh Fest. So that body of work was my parties. So when they called me because of the parties that I did. So if I didn't do those parties, they wouldn't have called me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
EPMD, I appreciate them to death because they let me get my foot in the door. And I mean, I'm forever grateful for that. EPMD, even right now, people call me a legend and all that. Those guys are the legends. I worked with a lot of legends, and I'm not, I'm not somebody who would say out loud, I'm a legend. I'm no legend. I work with legends, but what I'm doing, for communities as far as teaching kids, and you will see, you might not know now, but sooner or later, there's going to be a whole bunch of things popping up, and very talented producers and DJs that I sit with and have been sitting with for almost 9 years. And that body of work, y'all are going to see that body of work. Trust me.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's
All
dope.
right. I got two more. The next one is Gene Nelson.
So 8th grade, I think it was 8th grade.
By the way, let me just say this real quick before you get to Gene.
Okay.
Brentwood, Long Island, has the most celebrities in any lane than anywhere on Long Island. Okay?
Really?
You have EPMD, you have Will Castro from Unique Sports Generation, you have Johnny Nunez, you have a lot of celebrities.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's the GM of the Charlotte Hornets, was in the Lakers for a long time. You have, we have you have Craig Mack, you had Biz, Brentwood does the representation and the pub that they should get from that community that you guys built. I just have to say, I have to say that.
That's big. That's big. Yeah.
I probably left out several more.
Yeah, no, you definitely have.
Between Brentwood, CI, and Bayshore, I probably left out several more. But that area right there has more celebrity people that has been successful in their crafts and in their fields than probably any place on Long Island. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I mean, but listen, the other thing that EPMD did for me was the touring. I was 12 years old when I got my first set, and I used to look at that wall because my set was set up, and I'm looking at a wall and I'm dreaming, acting like I'm Jam Master Jay. And by 19, I was on tour with Jam Master Jay because of EPMD.
Wow, isn't that something?
Yeah. So and that's another thing too. I never wanted to be a club DJ. I always wanted to be a tour DJ. I wanted big production. I always wanted it. So when I was seeing arenas in that Runs House tour, when I was actually seeing it, arenas.
God,
arenas.
Yes.
Arenas. So for that, I am forever thankful. Seriously.
So let's get back to Gene Nelson.
Okay, so I wanted to finish that. I had to finish that. Gene Nelson. So 8th grade, I'm sitting at a table. I'm eating. Oh no, my bad. I'm sitting at a table. I got my food. I probably finished it, and I was doing the Planet Rock or whatever on the table. You know what we used to do. Yeah. So you're playing a beat on the table, and then Gene sat down, and then I can't remember who asked who, "Yo, do you rap?" Maybe I was rapping, and while I was doing the beat on the table, and then he asked me if I rapped, or I asked him if he rapped, and we just started talking after that. That was it. But that was hip hop. Our first words, we was talking about hip hop. So
would you let everybody know who Gene Nelson is and what he does today? And again, another person from Brentwood.
So now,
he Asian too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Alvin. Shout out to Alvin. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Oh yes. Rest in peace, Al B. Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
wow.
We're gonna go back. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah. Okay. So Gene Nelson. So now listen. After that, we just let's do this. Yo, let's do that. We were just making moves to get in, to stay in the game, to do what we do. That's it. That's my brother. Like, Rudy too. Like my boys, we worked. Shout out to Kraton. We worked, We got to go to Philly today. Oh, we're okay. Get in the truck. Let's go. Like we worked. We all wanted it so bad, So absolutely. That's Gene Nelson is and that's the thing. Gene got so many titles. I don't know all of them. I know he's the president of Blueprint Music Group, but I don't know if maybe he's graduated to something else, and we just haven't talked about it, Yeah. But I talk to Gene still every once in a while, not as often. I am very busy. I actually crapped on one of my students because I was supposed to be on with him at 8:30. He called me too while we were doing it. And I had told him 8:30. It was supposed to be 8 o'clock, but I thought I'd be done by now. But I knew how it was. I should have told him too.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry about that, but
no.
We're just having a good time here, and it's very important positive. And then we got a tremendous audience that's listening right now.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
beautiful.
Like it might be about maybe almost close to 100 people right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, yeah, I know. This is a little crazy. I'm just not doing the numbers and people grouping and everything. But
That's
anyway,
nice.
yeah, definitely. All right, so we got to Gene else to Gene. We got to touch on really 2 more people that's very important, and then
Okay.
we're gonna go with Wide Body, and you can make a show. I don't know if you can. We can. Sean Puffy Combs.
Okay. Excuse me. Diddy, listen. Puff showed me what I got. He made me know how bad I want it. He made me realize I don't need sleep. He made me realize I don't need to eat.
He used to tell
He
us
made
that
me
all the time.
He made
My
me
favorite line,
realize.
sleep is for fools. That's his favorite line. Sleeping is for fools.
Listen,
He used to tell us that all the time, didn't you, right?
Yes, but I want you to understand that what it was for me was that when you love something so much, when you love doing something so much, you don't need nothing.
Yep.
You don't need nothing. And that's how much I loved being in the studio and working on an intro for a big tour or stuff like that. I just worked. We wouldn't even look outside. You know what I'm saying? Until this day, I'll tell you this too, because whenever I do DJ like a party or whatever I do, I could go for hours without having to eat, without being tired, without nothing hurting, and no bathroom. And I'm not kidding.
Wow.
8 hours. And then after I'm done, I'm not even thinking about it. And then finally, something just leaves me. And then I'm like, I got to pee. And I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I didn't get that until working with him. I didn't even know I had that in me. I work.
That's crazy.
I still work till this day like that.
We were around him a lot when he was very hungry. And, he was up in Scarsdale, and we used to go to those parties he was having at his crib in Scarsdale.
Yep.
And just so hungry, and he wanted everybody to be family and be together, And that was what Puff was really, teaching and all about, And when he left Uptown, moved the whole office upstairs, downstairs, and basement of the house in Scarsdale, he was going crazy. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up there and having meetings and doing all that, and before for Craig and everything. It was crazy. That was a crazy time. I understood. What he was trying to do at the time.
Crazy.
So
Shout out to reality. I see you. Go ahead. My bad. Okay, here we go.
Ready? Here we go.
I already know. I
know.
know.
I know you know it's coming. Alvin Tony.
Alvin. Now, Alvin from 19. I've known Alvin since I was 19 years old. Alvin was one of the funniest cats you could ever imagine. Like his sense of humor would grow on you and make you start being just like him and saying just craziness.
Yep.
Him and Gene together was a thing. That was a thing for real.
I'm gonna be honest. I used to like it when him and Big be together.
Oh no, I was gonna say Big too. Say Big too. But I want you to understand that I had more time with Gene and Alvin in a car or in a place than I did with, because even Gene and Big was something. So, and people listen. People don't even realize that what we call the shit skit, when he said the girl, that was originally Gene Nelson used to say that while we used to drive when we were on the promo tour. Gene had a story like that. So when Big said it, it was like something that, because that, like I said, it's that humor. So if you don't understand the humor that I'm talking about, you got to figure out how somebody could say the most out of line, bananas stuff, right? And you just look at you like, what is wrong with you? But you can't stop laughing. Yeah. So that's that humor. And all three of them had that. So when they were together, forget it. get it. So much fun. And Alvin, yo, listen, you know, big dude, kind heart.
Yeah.
You know, when something bothered him or hurt him, like you felt it when you saw him going through it. You felt it. So when Alvin passed, I was annoyed at myself because I had the last phone conversation I had with Alvin was on the phone, and he stopped talking, and he was in the car with somebody, and I was like, I don't even know what happened. I was like, Alvin. And then the driver grabbed the phone and he said, Alvin's sleeping right now. And I said, what? Like, it just didn't make sense to me. So I just kind of I should have called him back and been like, you all right? What's going on with you? And I kept on with my life, and I hate myself for that. So, and that's the last time I talked to him. I didn't talk to him again. You know what I'm saying? So, no, you know what? I'm wrong. He called me back and I was busy and I couldn't talk to him. That's what bothered me, because I should have called him back after I wasn't busy no more, because I knew that, like, something, what was that? What happened, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I spoke to him about 8 hours before he passed.
Man.
Yeah. About 8 hours before he passed.
Can we get a moment of silence for like 30 seconds for Alvin?
No doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rest in peace, Alvin Tony.
Yes, a legend.
When I met that guy, he took me straight to Gene. I was chilling with him and Gene, and I had the time like we was laughing, joking.
So you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took me straight to him. He only had one song with a hook, and he liked the hook. He was like, "Yo, I like that hook, Wild Body. Yo, let me take you to see my boy Gene." And I thought he was playing. We was right in Universal.
Yeah,
right away. Boom.
Right in Universal, chilling.
Mr. 45, DJ 45, DJ Caleb Boss, DJ Caleb. Thank you so much. Thank you for your friendship for all these years and knowing you and you doing everything that we've done. I appreciate you coming on, tonight. And
thanks for hitting me.
For me, I feel honored for you to blow off one of your students for me. And I really appreciate it. And I want you to come back when you want. Whenever you're ready to come back.
All right, let me know.
Thanks a lot, DJ 45. Appreciate the history. I learned a lot today.
That's what's up.
I
appreciate y'all. Man.
Keep teaching. Keep teaching. Plant the seed.
Everybody else on
look.
DJ Luke the Nuke.
Luke the Nuke, that's my guy. I seen a few students just now.
I seen them too.
Diva Savage. Yeah,
I just let you know on Real Talk with Antar next week, our guest is going to be Daryl Chill Mitchell from Groove Be Chill, NCIS New Orleans, the Stevie Show Brothers.
Nice.
We're going to have some real talk with him also next week. So, Kenyon, I hope you join in next week at 8 o'clock. And,
I'm going to check you. I'm going to definitely check you. Yo, shot Chaos, what's good, baby? And Excalibur, I see you, man. I saw a few, but I had to stay focused, you know what I'm saying?
Chaos, I gotta get you on the show. Chaos, let me tell you something. Chaos and I have a history of hip hop from almost from the beginning. I missed the first 3 years of hip hop. Chaos kind of grew up under that as a young kid. Carrying records for her. So I'm going to get Chaos on the show.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. Yeah,
But
I got to check that.
I'm going to turn the show over to Mr. Wide Body.
Yo, man, that was the greatest interview, one of the greatest interviews, and I was here to witness it, and I was part of it. So all the ladies out there, nah, too late now. It's too late now. You should have got with me before. Now I got to DJ Fly. It's too late now. It's over, ladies. I don't want to talk no more. You understand?
Wow.
73.
73. Damn. Yo, I'm gonna bounce out. I'm gonna try to catch this guy 9:15. Let me see if I can do it. All right, for my
Thank you
class.
again, brother. I'll
Peace
talk to
and
you
All right,
love.
soon.
y'all.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Thank
Peace
you.
and love.
Bye.
Yes,
All right,
bye.
y'all. Peace. Be safe.
Peace.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time for me to end the show. I
Yo,
gotta
we
take
got.
my
What about the
meds.
Saloon Zone?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do the flow though. 1 second. Let me just take my meds, y'all.
Yo, you're hilarious. You are hilarious, man. You're hilarious.
That was
That was a good interview.
that was a great
Very good.
interview, man.
That's a great interview. Yeah.
1 second, y'all. I'm getting my blood pressure checked by the nurse.
We had quite a surprise audience here.
Yo, we had a good audience today. That was great work, Belinda. Great job on the news.
Thank
Great
you.
job. Yo, Antar, man, that was an ill red talk. That
Yeah.
was dope, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know
Yeah.
with
Thank
that
you, brother.
on here, it's gonna be funny,
Listen, man,
laughter. Oh
I'm
my god.
working on some up and coming interviews that's gonna blow people away. And let me tell you something. I have one person that's an interview that doesn't do interviews very rarely. I'm supposed to be touching base with this person next week. And if I get this one, this is gonna change the game.
Okay.
It's gonna change the game for me.
It's all right
Okay.
here.
This person hardly ever does interviews, and it's a good chance that we're gonna have him on the show.
Okay. We send out good vibes. Good vibes.
Good
Yeah.
energy, good energy. Let's get that out.
Yeah,
So I'm
that
very
good
excited.
energy out there. Good energy. So we gonna repost this interview all over. We're gonna keep
Absolutely,
reposting it. All right, ladies
absolutely.
and gentlemen, it's time for me
Thank
to
you,
get
KR.
into the Peloso report. Thank you.
And you getting the whole treatment.
I.
Yes, yes.
You getting the whole treatment, bro. What is that gonna be the next thing you gonna say? Like Biggie said, tell that nurse with her, come up. Is that gonna be that?
Thank you, sweetheart. That's
Here we go.
it's one of my wifey. But they take good care of me, the nurses. Mwah.
You're at the resort.
Word, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Oh yeah, shout out to the whole healthcare, the ones that do care about their patients and take care of their patients. I've
Mm-hmm.
been blessed to get those type of people surrounding me. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to
Thank
the
you.
whole health
I
field. You
know
know
it
what
was
I
a
mean?
dope interview. It really was. I
It was
enjoyed it
a dope
myself.
interview. So I want to start off by telling y'all, I got to tell you about these dudes out there wearing hoochie shorts and male and male purses and walking around looking like hot hot boy summers, hot male summers.
They
I'm getting
call they call hoochie daddy shorts.
hoochie daddy shorts. Do
Right.
you want your son wearing hoochie daddy shorts? When your
No.
son says to you, "Daddy, why you dressed like mommy?" Don't, don't that get it to you? No, what's up, brother? Why? I don't get it. I know fashion is a good thing, fashion and all that, but come on, man, you can't be dressing like your baby mother. You
Yo,
dressing like your baby mother. Y'all sharing clothes. You and your
yo,
baby
Daddy
mother
Duke.
sharing clothes.
Capo said Daddy Dukes.
Daddy
Y'all
do.
D,
arguing
D Rob
about
on the
daddy
train from
dudes.
Maryland, Washington, D.C. What's up, brother?
And to all you women out there supporting that, that's messed up. And
Oh.
the other fellow the other day is Mace. Mace, how you going to do FIVO? What's his name? 50? How
Yo,
you
you
going to
got
do?
feedback. Why, body? You got feedback going on. I don't
Now
know
that,
what happened.
yeah, I hear that feedback. Is that me? That's
I
me?
don't know. You're the
Yes.
only one talking. Yes,
Yes.
it's you.
Yes.
What the hell is that? Hold up. My bad. I'm clear now?
You
Yes.
clear.
Oh, that was somebody trying to tune in. I guess when somebody trying to tune in, you get feedback. Boom. I had to let you in, my guy.
That's
This
my
is
guy.
one of
What's
the
good with you,
this is
man? How
one
you
of
feeling?
the this is one of the guys that was showing us support, putting the comments, making sure that people get to know what's going on with the interview. So we're gonna show people that show us love, we're gonna show them love. All the people out there
What's
that
up?
show us love.
That's a
Peace, brother.
fact. How you feeling? How you feeling, Ski?
How you feeling, Skin?
Mhm.
You look
I'm
like you
good.
just got off parole, nigga. How you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How's everybody doing?
We
Good,
Everybody's
good.
good.
blessed, man.
How
We
are
blessed.
you?
We just
That's
had a
what's
good
up.
show. As you can see, we had a good
Oh,
show.
that's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. You know, I had to jump on there. Me and 4-5 had a lot of history together. We did a lot of things together between the Wendy Williams show on BLS.
Nice.
Um, we was going back and forth to out of state to Connecticut doing a cafe. What was the name of that club out there? The Edge Cafe.
Mm.
Plenty
Okay.
of nights in the studio with Puff, Gene Nelson. Gene Nelson he's a movie of his own.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
Gene,
is.
when I
sure
tell
is.
you he is
That
a
He
nigga
movie
sure
of
really
is.
his own.
that nigga
Gene, Gene is a movie of his own. That's why I had to get on there and tell 4-5, please don't tell the shit skit. We all yeah, it's like that. It's like you got to be there to experience a lot of things that, you know what I'm saying, took place. And 4-5 was one of those that took me there to experience a lot of these things. Like, I wish he was still on the, you know, on the interview right now. But, yeah, that man has a lot of history, man. Me and that man has a lot of history together. That man changed the game an awful lot, man. He changed the game an awful lot, man. Not only for Long Island, but for hip hop itself.
Mhm.
yeah, he definitely showed a lot of love to Long Island. He definitely did.
Yeah, for
That's a whole
sure.
fact.
For
That's for
sure.
sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a whole fact. I mean, definitely did a lot of work, put a lot of history in for a lot of people. A lot of people.
Oh, we
A lot
16
of
minutes.
people. Huh?
Unfortunately, I gotta get off. I gotta get ready to get off the doctor's here. My blood pressure was up too high.
Oh,
All
damn,
So
right.
I
show
got
got you
blood
excited,
work.
huh?
One
Show
second.
got
Yeah,
you
he got.
excited.
I think that nurse came and got him excited.
That nurse
Yeah,
came and got him
blood pressure.
excited.
Now I gotta get my blood taken. Oh man, I hate needles.
Oh, man, don't do that to my boy. He said the
Don't.
nurse got him. The nurse got him up, huh?
Yeah, she. Ooh.
Well, well,
I wish I
Oh,
could speak
Wi-Fi.
Spanish.
I guess we got to close the show out. So,
Yo, I gotta close the show out. I have the intro. It was a blessed show today. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. All our people out there that's checking in on the check-in,
absolutely, we had
commenting.
a nice crowd tonight.
Every Monday, 8 p.m. live. We will be there and be square. Be ready to go. You hear me?
that's a, that's a
That's
Make
it.
sure
fact,
that
man.
tune in and show love.
Tell a friend to tell a
All
friend.
my
Tell a
people
friend to
that's
tell a
logged in,
friend.
all my people that's on here right now that's watching it,
Belinda,
I need
nice
you to
segment.
continue
We had a
watching
nice
it.
show tonight too.
Yo,
Yeah,
Belinda,
you're
thank you for
perfect.
everything.
Thank you
You
so
are
much.
a trooper.
Thank you.
Tell a friend to tell a
Mwah,
friend.
mwah, mwah.
Let me go to the outro song, y'all.
Okay.
Y'all have a
Uh,
blessed day.
you
All right,
Peace
have
and
a
too,
good
love.
night,
brother.
everyone.
And from
One
the
Antar,
love.
Antar, I'm gonna call you. I gotta highlight you about a few things.
Okay, hit me up.
You already know, brother. Everybody be safe and have a good night.
Okay.
good
Good
night.
night.
Dope. Peace and blessings, y'all. Have a good night.
Good night.